Hi there, Jess in the Rada Kitchen. Thanks for joining me. Today we are going to do a how-to video, and this is how to make your own Alfredo sauce. It's super simple. It's just a handful of ingredients and you probably have them all at home. We're gonna start by chopping some garlic. So I have 4 cloves of garlic here. We're just gonna pop the skin off and give them a chop. So in one pot over on my stove, I have some water boiling for our pasta, and then I'm going to add 1 stick of organic butter to my pan and let that melt. All right, we're gonna go ahead and add that garlic to our butter so it can become nice and soft. So a key component to making an Alfredo sauce is to start with the roux, which is your fat and your flour, and it has to be equal portions. So we have a 1/2 cup of butter. We're gonna use a 1/2 cup of flour, and you're just going to mix that in. So we've let our flour cook for a few minutes, and that's important because we want that flour taste to cook off. So now I'm ready to whisk in my wet ingredients. I'm using whole milk. Traditionally, this would call for heavy cream, but we're gonna cut out some of the calories since we did use an actual whole stick of butter. And the important thing when we're making our bechamel sauce, which is our white sauce, is to keep stirring. And I have my Rada handy stir here for that. So we don't want any clumps in our nice white sauce. So our sauce is almost coming up to a simmer, and you can see it started to thicken up here. So we're gonna whisk in our Parmesan cheese. I'm gonna go a little bit heavier, of course. And then make sure that gets all the way incorporated. And we'll season it. So I'm going to add some nutmeg. About 1/4 teaspoon is all. Some sea salt. And finally, some fresh cracked black pepper. And whisk again. So our sauce is completely thickened up, and this is where you can adjust your seasonings and the consistency. I'm actually going to add just a little bit more milk. Here at this point you could add a little bit of white wine if you wanted to. And there we go, and we are ready to top our pasta with this creamy goodness. So now the fun part, we get to eat. You can pick out any kind of pasta that you want to top with our sauce. So I just have some good old fettuccine noodles here. And the great thing about knowing how to make just a basic Alfredo sauce recipe is you can add anything that you like to it. You could use some lemon zest, add some sauteed shrimp, chicken, and then of course some fresh herbs, which I have some fresh torn basil. You could use parsley too. And just go right on top. Thank you so much for joining me today. Be sure to check us out at radacutlery.com and subscribe to our YouTube channel to get more great recipes and easy ones just like this.